On the afternoon of June 15, 2022, driver Mario Rosales and passenger Gracie Lacione were driving in Alexandria, Louisiana, when Officer Jim Lewis and Officer Samuel Terrell of the Alexandria Police Department pulled them over, claiming that Mr. Rosales had failed to signal a left turn. The stop that followed was captured on both officers' body cameras, a dashboard camera, and a nearby security camera.
Jackson, Dorchester, 7827 on a red Mustang out of New Mexico. Alpha Mike Bravo, November 85, AMBN 85.
Over.
Right here, sir. Alright, now, in that state, why did I get through? Stay the same.
Cool, let me see your ID.
SC Monroe, Zulu 116167.
On the dash, stay just
Zulu
like
116167.
Okay, thank you, sir.
So far.
I have one in my bag, yeah.
Okay, where's it at?
507 out west.
In the back seat? Okay. What is it?
It's a Taurus.
Huh?
It's a Taurus. Okay. Do you have any on you? No, not on me. You might, here, go tell you what, set your phone down right here, put your hands on the bumper just real quick. Real quick.
Hey, can I have your permission to retrieve that firearm out of your gun, out of your vehicle?
No, I don't want anybody searching my vehicle.
Okay, cool.
Coach, Sir, Transport 1's on 28 right now, picking up 115.
Hey, how you doing? I'm Buck, step out for me.
1022.
You can leave everything right there, just step out for me, okay? You don't have any guns on you, do you? I got you. Just sit in that stage, just like, come here. Just wait right there for me, okay? 32104 and 32352.
Okay. Just hang tight for me right there, please.
Hey, listen, I don't know if my partner's done this or not, but I'm going to do it, okay? You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford one will be appointed to represent you for any question if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights, not answer your question, making mistakes. You understand your rights? Traffic stop's a legal detainment. The reason I did that is I got a couple questions that may or may not pertain to your guilt or innocence, right? So I always advise before I ask those types of questions. It goes to the Fifth Amendment, right? So anytime you're not comfortable with one of my questions, you can say pass. Are you familiar with the Fifth Amendment? Okay, how long have you been in the state of Louisiana?
It's off and on. Because I'm originally from Roswell, but I'm trying to...
Roswell, or the...
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
But, so I've been trying to get residents here. I work here at Atlas Home Service, and I've been trying to buy a home, but...
You ever been arrested for anything? Never? Do you mind emptying out your pockets for me on the hood of my car?
Okay.
Yeah. That's a question. Nothing else? Do you mind if I check? Hey, grab my bar real quick. Do you mind if I check? Do you have something on you're not supposed to have?
I don't have anything on me.
Yeah.
Officer Terrell frisks Mr. Rosales, and Officer Lewis later asks him to empty his pockets onto the hood of the police vehicle. The frisk implicates the standard established by the Supreme Court in the 1968 case of Terry v. Ohio, which held that an officer may conduct a pat-down of a person's outer clothing only when the officer has reasonable suspicion, grounded in specific and articulable facts, that a person is both armed and presently dangerous. dangerous. Here, Mr. Rosales had calmly complied with instruction, had no criminal history, had truthfully disclosed the location of a firearm in the backseat of his vehicle, and had explicitly denied having any weapon on his person, none of which provided a particularized, objective basis to believe that he was armed and dangerous. Now, as for the pocket search, the Fourth Amendment generally prohibits warrantless searches absent a recognized exception to the rule, and the Supreme Court made clear in the 1993 case of Minnesota v. Dickerson that a Terry frisk does not provide one, holding that a pat-down is strictly limited to a person's outer clothing for weapons, and that an officer has no constitutional justification to reach into a person's pockets unless the frisk itself reveals an object that feels like it could be a weapon. Additionally, although consent is another recognized exception to the warrant requirement, and Mr. Rosales appeared to empty his pockets willingly, as the Supreme Court determined in the 1973 case of Schneckloth v. Bustamante, consent is only valid if it is freely and voluntarily given under the totality of the surrounding circumstances, a standard that could potentially be unsatisfied when Mr. Rosales had already been frisked, had his phone confiscated, had been told repeatedly that he was legally detained, and was surrounded by 2 armed officers conducting an extended interrogation before being asked to empty his pockets.
I mean, I'd feel a lot safer if she had her phone, she was able to record while you check me.
Yeah, I recorded body camera.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happened to the last incident. The last officer, and they mentioned lost that.
Oh, you had an incident where an officer lost his body camera footage?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's why I'm filing a lawsuit on that officer.
Oh, wow. I promise you I won't lose mine. So, here's my question. All right. To face me, I always like to talk to people face on. Do you have anything in... Can you step her right over there for a second? That would mean you can have a conversation.
So same thing. I'm going to advise you of your rights as well while he talks to him.
If you're not comfortable with any of my questions, you can say pass. Okay? Is that fair?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Anything in the vehicle that you should have? No? You ever been arrested for anything?
No,
Never?
never.
Okay.
I have a clean record.
I got you. Any marijuana in the vehicle?
No.
Meth?
No.
Heroin?
No.
Fentanyl?
No.
Prescription pills not prescribed to you?
No.
Cocaine? Crack cocaine?
No. I don't do drugs. I don't mess with any kind of illegal substances or drugs.
Yeah.
You married?
No.
How long y'all been together?
Around a year.
About a year? And where y'all live at?
I live with my sister.
Okay. Where's he live at?
He is from Roswell and he comes back.
Okay. How often does he try to make that trip?
25 man post.
Every few months maybe.
Every few months? So how long does he stay in zone? How long does he usually stay in zone?
Deputy Harvey's call should be 10:15 with that white
stay here
female
2-3 months and then goes back 2-3 months?
Again, mileage 157-517, 157-517.
Weeks maybe to a month.
Okay.
I'm still trying to get, because in order to me to change my address and all that, I need to get proof of residency.
Yeah.
So I've been having to swap over a lot of my bank statements and all that because
You know what the law says in Louisiana, right? About registration?
no, I didn't.
I'm going to tell you. So if you move from out of state in state, right? You have 30 days. If you move within the state, right? Let's say you live in New Orleans and you move to Alexandria, you have 10 days. You still have a New Mexico driver's license? No, I don't have it. I have hers. He does? So you still have a New Mexico driver's license?
Yeah.
So when's the last time you were in New Mexico?
It was a couple of weeks ago, probably, and not even a couple of weeks ago. It was last April and Easter. Went over there to visit my family
In Easter?
Yeah, so it's been a while.
And then you were there for how long for Easter? Like for the holiday?
Yeah, just for the holiday.
You smoke weed?
1097 company.
That's, I think you can do a hair follicle urine test. Anything.
How do you know her?
She's my girlfriend.
That's your girlfriend?
Yeah.
So you're staying at your girlfriend's?
Her sister's house. Yeah.
We're going to wait just a minute. Okay. And look, I promise you, look, you see it recording right now.
We just have bad experiences.
Why would you have experiences with the police before?
He has.
Over what?
That's his business.
Oh, well, that's fair. That's fair. Did you know him at that time?
Sure.
So I'll put your mind at ease. Okay, this is public record. Okay, at any time, if say something happens here and it progresses to an arrest or something, I don't see any reason that's going to happen. We're just talking. This is all being recorded. There's a camera in the car. There's a camera here. There's a camera there. Everything we do is recorded. Okay, it's public record. You can go down to the police station, ask for a case file, and get that. Okay, no big deal.
Cool. Just wait right here for a second. You know, a traffic stop is illegal detainment, right? You were detained on a traffic stop.
Well,
yeah. Just like you seem like a constitutionalist to me. Oh yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, I'm a lot a constitutionalist. Switch real quick.
Do you have my phone by chance?
No, I do not have your phone. Did you put it back in your pocket by chance?
No, it's not in my pocket. So
All right, well here, he might have it on him.
just after you say he doesn't have it. I was really like my personal belongings.
Yeah, no joke. Well, we're not getting out of here until you have your phone, 100%. So, I do have your phone, stand by. I know exactly where it's at. It's in that passenger seat right there with the rest of your paperwork. Okay?
So, can you be honest with me? Why am I being stopped?
Failure to signal. And it's pure and straight honest answer. You failed to signal, so we stopped you. And we're just talking to people after we stop them. Okay? That's all it is.
Officer Terrell tells Mr. Rosales that the reason for the stop was a failure to signal, and that the officers are simply talking to people after they stop them. Now, the dashboard camera footage clearly shows Mr. Rosales activating his turn signal before executing the left turn, which directly contradicts the stated basis for the stop. That said, Section 32-104 of the Louisiana Revised Statutes requires that a driver signal continuously for not less than the last 100 feet traveled before turning. And because the footage does not definitively resolve whether the signal was activated far enough in advance, a court could potentially conclude that the officers had a valid basis for the stop if they witnessed a failure to signal for 100 feet. Additionally, Officer Terrell's acknowledgement that the officers were, quote-unquote, just talking to people after the stop describes what amounts to an extended drug interrogation of both Mr. Rosales and Ms. Lacion, with no connection to the alleged traffic infraction. Now, in the 2009 case of Arizona v. Johnson, the Supreme Court held that an officer's inquiries into matters unrelated to the justification for a traffic stop do not themselves make the stop unlawful, so long as those inquiries do not measurably extend the stop's duration. Likewise, in the 2015 case of Rodriguez v. United States, the court clarified that authority for a traffic stop ends when the tasks tied to the traffic infraction are, or reasonably should have been, completed, and that absent independent reasonable suspicion of additional illegal activity, an officer may not extend the stop's duration to pursue an unrelated criminal investigation. As the officers almost certainly had no reasonable suspicion of any criminal activity beyond the alleged traffic violation, if a court were to find that the unrelated interrogation of Mr. Rosales and Ms. Lacion measurably prolonged the stop beyond the time reasonably required to address the traffic infraction, well, then that expansion would constitute an unlawful detention in violation of the Fourth Amendment.
So I don't know what all he talked to you about. I'll probably ask some of the same questions.
Meth, heroin, cocaine, crack cocaine, prescription pills not prescribed to you. Nothing. You ever been in any kind of trouble at all?
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to make this place my new place of residency.
Okay.
See, here's
I believe you. Come on.
I have 30 days to get all my stuff in.
Just wait right here. Don't touch that. It's hot. But just hang out right here.
Anyway, I'm trying to buy a home.
Sure.
So here's my thought process. I was trying to buy a home so that way whenever I get my home here, I'm going to change everything over to match that address.
Okay.
But as you can see, economy-wise,
Yeah, look, it went from a great home buying experience to right now interest rates are up and everybody wants a home. So just hang out for me right here on the bumper. You can stay right there. I wouldn't recommend leaning up on the actual vehicle. It's pretty hot, okay? Hey, here's your phone. Don't touch it yet. It's being recorded. Look, there's a camera right here. There's a camera right here. There's a camera right there. Okay? So just hang tight. Right now you're legally detained, so we're not doing anything extra.
she's not part of this investigation. You just told me I got for failure to turn signal. So that's me, right? She's not a part of this,
Can I
right?
grab my phone out and take
No,
a
she is a part of it.
Why is
She's
she
on
a
this-
part of it?
She is on this traffic stop. All right, she is a passenger in this vehicle. No, you are not free to leave. You're part of this as well. Okay.
So even though
And the reason, can I finish? The reason she is out of the vehicle, right, and standing here is because there is a firearm in that vehicle, according to you.
yeah,
right?
no, I'm not saying she.
Right, and that's why you're still here. Is
Yeah.
that something?
Is that why I'm not able to get my phone?
No phone right now. Just do it. Because this is a traffic stop. You are detained, and we don't do phone calls on traffic stops. That's why.
Officer Lewis tells Ms. Lacion that she is not free to leave because she is part of the traffic stop and refuses to allow either her or Mr. Rosales to retrieve their phones to record the encounter. The Supreme Court determined that passengers are legally detained during a traffic stop, regardless of whether there was any individualized suspicion that they had committed an offense in the 2007 case of Brenlin v. California, holding that all occupants of a vehicle are seized for Fourth Amendment purposes from the moment the car comes to a halt. Well, building on that foundation, the Supreme Court clarified in the Arizona v. Johnson case we discussed earlier in this episode that the temporary seizure of driver and passengers ordinarily continues and remains reasonable for the duration of the stop, and that a traffic stop communicates to a reasonable passenger that he or she is not free to terminate the encounter with the police and move about at will. On that basis, a court would likely find that Officer Lewis's refusal to allow Ms. Lacion to leave was legally sound, provided that the stop itself was lawful. The refusal to allow either Mr. Rosales or Ms. Lacion to record the encounter is a separate matter that implicates the First Amendment. In the 2017 case of Turner v. Driver, the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals held that the First Amendment protects the right to record police officers performing their duties in public, subject only to reasonable time, place, and manner restrictions that must be narrowly tailored to serve a significant governmental interest. Now here, both Mr. Rosales and Ms. Lacion made clear that they wanted to use their phones to record the stop, and had already demonstrated through their calm and cooperative conduct that doing so would not interfere with the officer's activities. If a court were to find that the officer's blanket prohibition on recording was not narrowly tailored to serve a legitimate government interest, it could constitute a violation of the First Amendment rights of both Mr. Rosales and Ms. Lacion.
Does that answer your question? I wish we had things straight. Did you call him up yet? Huh?
Say what?
Did you call that up yet? I would say that there's more to this than meets the eye. I would check that, and I would check this.
502. 502. Can I get a 70 check on a Mario Rosales? Rosales.
A 32 check as well.
Also check 32, please. And also get a 7032 check on a Gracie Lasone, Lasyone, white female, license number.
Down to Louisiana 26 on Tracy.
10-4. He keeps saying he had a bad experience with the police, but he won't tell me what it is.
Well, hopefully this is a good one.
Yeah.
So what are you going to write him for?
Right now, the failure to signal. Since he keeps going back and he still has residence in New Mexico, what is the deal with that? See what I'm saying?
I would err on the side of caution on that, because he told me he's been here for 8 months, and he went and visited in Easter, but he is staying at her sister's house, and for whatever reason he has tried to establish residence here but has been unable to. I don't know how much truth that is, but based on that statement alone, he's been here more than 30 days, by his own admission.
Yeah, no doubt. She says he's been, when I talked to her, she said he stays here 2-3 months and then he goes back to his house there in every couple weeks, or for a few weeks, and he comes back. It's like a dual residency.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I really don't have besides US v. race, reason to run my dog on that vehicle. I really didn't see whole lot of indicators of him not being completely truthful with my questions. Do you have? Is that his cell phone?
No, his cell phone's on the phone.
Oh no, he was asking where it's at.
Yeah, that's right.
No, because we're good. I don't do phone calls on traffic stops. It's an officer.
Because people start pretending to show up.
Yeah. Next thing you know, we got multiple people interfering with my investigation, our investigation. So yeah, I would do the PC to stop, and there's also fail to update his ID. You can go ahead and put fail to register on there too. Yeah. Just have the sense that they don't like the police.
No doubt.
I don't know why, because we're just friendly.
I'm very. That's what I told us. Like, I'm just wanting to talk to you.
So we're fail to signal, fail to update his driver's license. Oh, here comes 32. Oh, what are the chances of that?
Thank you.
Fail to update and fail to register. Oh, I'd love to know what they're talking about right now. They're just like, oh man. He's from Roswell. I was like, Roswell? You know, where the alien ship landed or crashed. What?
I have no idea.
Oh my God! You never heard of Roswell, New Mexico? You don't watch the History Channel? That alien ship crashed like in the 40s, and they had the little green men. The government came and scooped, and they created Area 51 out of it. No? Yeah. Oh my God, dude! You have to Google Roswell, New Mexico.
Well, I heard you like have immediate recognition to it. So
Yeah, he was like, yeah. I was like, wow.
That's bad.
I know. It's a spacecraft crashed there in the 40s. What do you think, Rico?
You don't have to have it.
I honestly,
I get why.
I don't sense anything. I mean, we got, yes, he by his own admission he's got a gun, but our state, you can have a gun in your car, it's no big deal. What made me ask that question was the critical defense ammo that's in the glove box that was wide open. And I was like, wow. I mean,
what's that phone number?
What are you talking about?
You don't have a stamp.
It's not stamped?
No, all mine are stamped too, so I didn't even have to think about it.
So make sure you issue this one in a professional manner, like I showed you a long time ago. What you're like, there's your ticket. Son, here.
No, stand by. I've been working on that.
So I'm not part of this. I could do.
Yeah, I actually just watched. There's a page I follow some people that go around doing training. I forget what the name of them is. Talking about that stuff, and they're like, I just watched it. Talking about watching some educational videos on the stuff.
Oh,
mm-hmm. They do it all about PC and shit. All right, sir. All right, we're about to get you on your way. I've got your documents here. Watch, let me get right here by you. Oh, yep. So check it out. This is your citation. It's your information, your vehicle information. This is what I'm citing you for. The failure to signal and then the failure to register your tag and all that. Because by Louisiana law, you only have 30 days to do so. And you said you've been here for several months. Okay. As far as the court information, I gave you a court date of 9/8/22 at 8:30 in the morning. The phone number you can call is at 515 Washington Street. Okay. The sign here is not an admission again. I'm just saying you understand what you have to do to take care of the citation.
And after this,
yes, sir.
Hopefully this was a better experience than you had before.
not quite.
Really?
Not quite. It's almost very similar.
Wow.
All right, sir.
I mean, that's not here to discuss.
101, man.
Yes, your license is right there, ma'am.
101.
Don't forget to retrieve the rest of your items.
Yes.
3170. Hey, Kendrick Butler. Date of birth 1/17/84.
All right, sir. Y'all have a good rest of y'all's day.
I actually got some questions for you guys. If I can.
Sure.
Your name and badge number?
Officer Terrell, PO7. It's on the ticket.
Oh, okay. And is this also on you?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Can I get yours as well?
Lewis 680.
You said Lewis 680. Okay. Who would I contact in order to get footage of your vehicle, the traffic stop? listening to the recording, I would like to have that.
Contact the city, police department, city of Alexandria, and they'll tell you what you need to do.
Okay.
1000 Bolton Street.
All right. Am I going to need the unit number on this vehicle? No. Okay. That's it.
Have a good day, sir.
Command post
It's attached to our
101.
badge numbers.
Oh, it's also attached to your badge numbers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Negative on that subject.
Officer Terrell issued Mr. Rosales a citation for 3 violations: failure to signal, failure to register his vehicle, and a second vehicle registration-related allegation, the precise statutory basis of which was unclear. He then provided Mr. Rosales with a copy of the citation that was so faint it was largely illegible. All 3 charges were subsequently dismissed, and Mr. Rosales and Ms. Lacione filed a federal civil rights lawsuit on November 1st, 2022, with assistance from the Institute for Justice against Officer Lewis and Officer Terrell in their individual and official capacities, former Chief of Police Ronnie Howard in his official capacity, and the City of Alexandria, asserting violations of the First and Fourth Amendments. The defendants moved for judgment on the pleadings, arguing that the complaint failed to state a viable claim and that the officers were entitled to qualified immunity. On October 6, 2025, the district court denied both motions. Officers Lewis and Terrell filed interlocutory appeals on the denial on November 4th and November 5th, respectively. And as of the date of writing this episode, the case remains pending before the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals. Overall, Officer Lewis and Officer Terrell get an F for initiating a stop based on a justification that the video evidence directly contradicts, unlawfully expanding the scope and duration of the detention through an extended drug interrogation unsupported by any reasonable suspicion, and violating the First and Fourth Amendment rights of both Mr. Rosales and Ms. Lacione through a series of constitutionally deficient searches and a blanket prohibition on recording. Officer Terrell told Mr. Rosales that the reason for the stop was simply that he failed to signal, a claim the dashboard camera footage flatly refutes. The 100-foot signaling requirement, which did not emerge as a legal justification until it was presented in subsequent court filings, was never mentioned on scene, and the gap between what the officers said at the time and what their lawyers argued later is itself significant, as it suggests a pretextual stop with a legal rationale constructed after the fact. Additionally, under the constitutional principles governing traffic stop extensions, unrelated questioning that measurably extends a stop's duration requires independent reasonable suspicion, and nothing in this encounter provided it. The frisk of Mr. Rosales was likewise constitutionally deficient, as he was calm, cooperative, had disclosed his firearm truthfully, and gave the officers no articulable reason to believe that he was armed and dangerous. The pocket search potentially added to that violation, as the governing constitutional framework foreclosed using a frisk as a gateway to a pocket search, absent an immediately apparent reason from the pat-down itself, and the coercive atmosphere of the detention renders any claim of voluntary consent deeply questionable. The officers' conduct implicated the First Amendment as well, with the officers flatly refusing to allow Mr. Rosales and Ms. Lacione to film the encounter with their phones. Perhaps most telling, the officers spent portions of the stop audibly puzzling over why Mr. Rosales and Ms. Lacione distrusted the police, apparently without recognizing that they were providing a real-time demonstration of exactly why they felt that way. Mr. Rosales and Ms. Lacione get an A for maintaining composure and cooperation throughout an unlawful and invasive detention, exercising their constitutional rights without escalation, and pursuing appropriate legal remedies in response to the violation of those rights. Mr. Rosales complied with the instructions given to him, disclosed the presence of his firearm voluntarily and truthfully, and answered the officer's extended interrogation calmly and without providing any incriminating information, because there was none to provide. However, it should be noted that Mr. Rosales had no legal obligation to answer those questions or to empty his pockets. And while his decision to cooperate is understandable given the coercive atmosphere of the detention, doing so surrendered protections that the Constitution expressly affords him. Still, when Officer Lewis asked for permission to search the vehicle, Mr. Rosales declined, a decision that was entirely within his constitutional rights and stands as one of the most consequential choices that a citizen can make during an encounter of this kind. Ms. Lacione similarly remained calm calm and cooperative throughout her own interrogation and repeatedly sought to exercise her First Amendment right to record the encounter, a right the officers flatly refused to honor. Both Mr. Rosales and Ms. Lacione asked pointed and legitimate questions about the basis for the stop without refusing to comply or escalating the encounter in any way that could have given the officers additional justification for their conduct. I commend Mr. Rosales and Ms. Lacione for their composure under pressure, the precise exercise of the right to refuse a vehicle search while remaining cooperative in all other respects, and their decision to seek legal accountability through the courts, rather than through confrontation on the side of the road. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out Audit the Court if you're interested in learning more about the legal nuance beyond the body cam.